communities. About 10% are African American. Many of you are in Englewood, or just over the border in Englewood, where I live. We have one of the largest Arab American constituencies in this country. Each has their own separate needs and their own issues that apply to them. But then there's the overarching issues, where they all agree. The number one issue is the economy and jobs. They all want to feel they can support their families with dignity. Not through, as President Obama and the Democratic Congress has pushed through, their policies have led to 13 million more people on food stamps. My friends, if you had a choice between pulling out a card for food stamps or pulling out an American Express card, which would you choose? I come back to what Congressman Pascrell said. Everybody wants dignity. That's the number one issue that unites us all. President Kennedy said it so beautifully. We all breathe the same air, and we all cherish our children's future. We want our children to be self-reliant and independent. We want them to get a great education. Our schools are failing. We continue to have partisan gridlock that won't fix these problems, and I am an outside voice that will not push a button because there's an aura or a key on it. That's been the whole issue with Congressman Pascrell's non-campaign for Congress. Congressman Pascrell didn't even update his website for 2 months after the election. It still said the election was June the 5th. Congressman Pascrell wasn't at the NAACP dinner. He wasn't at the Dominican Gala. He wasn't at either of the senior picnics at Overpeck Park. He's relying on the structural advantage that some of you give him by just being a gerrymandered district to push me. Look at this. I'm fighting the entire Democratic establishment here in this room. You hear the applause. We have Lloyd Weinberg, who's my senator, God bless her. She's here. She's a Democrat. My friend, the mayor of Englewood, Frank Hubble, good friend of mine. He's wearing a Pascrell thing. God bless you, Frank. You're still invited for chicken soup and challenge at our house. It might be a little bit more spicy and a little bit too much salt, but you're invited. I'm fighting the whole Democratic establishment because Congressman Pascrell is of the opinion that he can win without running. You know, my friends, that's not presumptuous to me. The fact that he will not say my name even once, the ultimate form of the negativity of contempt, where you roll your eyes at someone, that's not directed at me. That's directed at all of you. He wants to be anointed the Congressman of the United States. He wants to be chosen by the fact that there's a D in front of his name. That's been the whole problem in Washington. Only 15 seats change hands in most years because of the gerrymandering. A bunch of guys in Trenton decided who would be the congressman in the 9th district, and the only thing that mattered was the Democratic primary. And there Congressman Pascrell gave his heart and his soul, but not here. We haven't seen it in the Jewish community. Contempt for democracy, where a person refuses to run against listen, I've been out there, I may have run a good campaign, in states of my campaign, but one thing I did, I campaigned. I heard your stories of not getting jobs. In Carlstadt, I heard about the problems you had with paying property taxes. In Tenafly, I heard about how you want to fix schools. In Englewood, I heard, at the Juneteenth celebration, I heard about how you want to fix education. Maybe some of you don't want vouchers, but I listened to you. I may be imperfect, but I campaigned hard for your vote. Thank you.
I'm not going to give an I speech. That's not what this campaign is all about. This campaign is bigger. This campaign is about this candidacy, and this election is about us. About us. What about schools? Apply? If we have both state government and the federal government investing in our future, that would be less of a problem. The problem would go away. Be less of a problem. So when the President of the United States insists upon investing in the future, talks about energy, talks about education, this is important, and this is critical. Now, I don't have to send you my schedule every day, but I guess you did not take me at my word that I took 1 day off in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I do my job. I work on trying to bring injury both for our troops and both for schools and organize play for our kids, guys and gals. Maybe you didn't read the papers. Maybe you weren't at the event. My job every day is to reach out to the higher community, professionals, the ranking workers. And it is not my job to go before the people and they say, look at the wonderful things that I did. And you, Rabbi, are doing what I will never do. The people will judge my record. You're not the police, the oversight. You're not the judge or the jury. The people go to the polls and they elect their leaders. And I want to be your representative in Washington because I will represent you with every part of my bone marrow and my body and mind, and the rabbi knows it. Thank you.
Since I seem to be the only one paying attention to the timing, I'm going to try to balance things and give you yet another minute.
My friends, never trust what people running for office say. Trust what they do. Trust what they do. Congressman Pascrell didn't even update his website for 2 months until we pointed it out. He was telling people who went to his website that they should go back in a time machine to June the 5th to vote for him because as far as he's concerned, it was over. Let me tell you know what I've learned in running for Congress more than anything else? It's been a sad awakening.
Another 30 seconds to wrap up.
I've learned that American democracy is broken because it's people in Washington who gerrymander these districts, Orange, Trenton, and all these capitals, and they don't give all of you a choice. This country has real problems. Don't vote for me because I'm a Republican. I vote against my party all the time. It's an essential part of my platform. But to vote for someone simply because you're a Democrat, America is better than that. Americans deserve better than that. Our problems are bigger than that. When Congressman Pascrell misses an NAACP dinner, is it because he thinks 95% of the time?
We've done it. Going to move on to a completely different topic. Following the debate this Sunday, which I moderated in the 5th Congressional District, we had a meeting with the Jewish Community Relations Council, regular scheduled meeting Thursday night, and we were chastised gently but appropriately for not including a question on women's issues. And since I don't like to be chastised twice for the same thing, we have met and included a question. And as everybody knows, and as we were reminded, the national debates have focused attention on women's issues, including health, reproductive rights, and abortion. And I would like to help frame this a little bit by referring to 2 sentences from each party's platform, which I have to actually read. The Republican Party platform states, "We support a human life amendment to the Constitution and endorse legislation to make clear that the 14th Amendment's protections apply to unborn children. We oppose using public revenues to promote or perform abortion or fund organizations which perform or advocated and will not fund or subsidize health care, which includes abortion coverage." The Democratic Party platform states, "The Democratic Party strongly and unequivocally supports Roe v. Wade and a woman's right to make decisions regarding her pregnancy, including a safe and legal abortion, regardless of ability to pay. We oppose any and all efforts to weaken or undermine that right." And my question to the candidates is, how do you stand on the women's issues of health and reproductive rights, and specifically, do you support your party's platform on abortion? And I think, Rabbi, it's your turn to go first.
I was raised by a single mother who worked 2 jobs to allow me to have a Jewish education and go to a Jewish school, so that he could become a rabbi. I now have, thank God, 6 daughters and 3 sons. It's a large family. And the Jewish position on abortion is different to the Catholic and the Christian evangelical position. It comes from a verse in the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 21. I'm not going to give you a sermon here to enable a rabbi that can explain this